Hello everyone, welcome to another review. Today we have a look at the Canon RF 70 to 200mm 2.8 lens, and I already made a review about this lens on my channel in German, also in English, and there's also a comparison between this lens and the EF Mark III version, also available in German and in English on my channel. However, I'm today in Crete, I think it's called Crete in English, which is in the southern part of Europe, to test this lens when it comes to vacation or holiday pictures. Maybe one or the other is unsure or is still in the decision process if he or she should get this lens when it comes to vacation pictures or holiday pictures or video, whatever. So I took this lens with me to southern Europe to test it on this beautiful place when taking portraits, landscapes, nightlife, bokeh, close focusing, distance test, whatever. And we figure out together if this lens is perfect. It's a perfect choice for your next holiday. So enjoy this review. Weight plays a big role when traveling. Thanks to the new RF version, you save almost 500 grams and some space in your camera bag. At just under 1100 grams, the 70 to 200mm f2.8 still weighs a little, but less than the EF version. To protect the front element, I recommend a 77mm filter. Of course, I link the filters I use in the video description below. The good thing is that you save some space. The annoying thing is that it still extends as soon as you zoom. The focus ring moves very softly and the zoom ring with a constant resistance. Personally, the programmable RF ring is a bit too close to the bayonet, which is my personal opinion, and others may like it the way it is. With the ring you can change the aperture, ISO, shutter speed or the focus field with one turn. The lens hood has a small shaft to adjust ND filters. Otherwise the lens fits very well in my hand, has dust and splash water protection and fits in many camera bags as well, even vertically, thanks to the compact design. On the side we have some more switches for focus, image stabilizer and the distances. Personally, I would worry less about chromatic aberration and vignetting. There is no problem that cannot be solved quickly in Adobe Lightroom. You can find the sample images at the bottom of the video description. If you have a lot to do with photography, either professionally or privately, and are prepared to invest thousands of euros, you want to get sharp photos. The RF 70 to 200mm 2.8 is already enormously sharp at wide apertures and all focal lengths. Of course, you need to be able to rely on a good working image stabilizer for slow shutter speeds, driving, or on a plane, or for instance a boat. Even when running and at 200mm in combination with the EOS R5, the IS does a great job. I tested the image stabilizer where I could, and this is what I got. I wouldn't necessarily call the 70 to 200mm an all-rounder lens. No photo equipment should be without it, but you have to be able to afford it. At just under 2,900 euros, you'll have to dig deep in your pocket, and you also need the body. If you're going on safari or even night safari, this is a great lens. All through you need to be quite close to the action, even at 200mm. For landscapes, I'd go for the 24 to 105mm, but you can walk through cities with the 70 to 200mm and photograph the action without being directly noticed. Quite a few may still be underestimating the video capabilities of the Canon EOS R modules today. Whether it's C-Log, 4K, 8K or slow motion shooting, it brings the holiday back home. I shoot an enormous amount with my Canon EOS R5 and EOS R6, not in 8K but in 4K and now and then in C-Log. The manual focus allows you to capture detail shots, and thanks to the minimum focusing distance, you get better shots than ever with a 70 to 200mm lens. I love the 70 to 200mm f2.8 for portraits. I'd used to have a Sony 70 to 200mm f4 and thought, cool, I saved some weight and money, but somehow the f4 version doesn't come close to the 2.8 version, because you just feel it works better. So the RF 70 to 200mm 2.8 is my lens for weddings and portraits. Especially on holidays, it's a nice lens thanks to the beautiful backgrounds. This is what a 70 to 200mm looks like. When I held the 70 to 200mm in my hands for the first time, I noticed something particularly positive. The minimum focusing distance has been reduced from 120 centimeters with the EF version to 70 centimeters. So let's enjoy it for a moment. Thanks to the optical image stabilizer, which compensates up to 5 stops, and the 2.8 aperture, you have almost a perfect telephoto zoom even in the dark. The bokeh is definitely something to be proud of thanks to the 9 aperture blades. summarize. Of course, I can recommend the 70 to 200mm for traveling. Ideal for those who want to be close to the action, film a lot and take beautiful portraits. Thanks to the 70cm focusing distance, it's an ideal lens for close-ups. In terms of weight, some people may wonder whether they want to carry around the extra 1070 grams. If you don't care about the weight and need a telephoto zoom, you won't make a mistake with the 2.8 version. If you can do it without light, you could take a look at the 100 to 400mm or the 600mm f4 version. As an all-rounder, I would rather go for the RF 24 to 105mm. For super wide angle shots, I can recommend the RF 14 to 35mm. Make sure to watch my reviews about it. There are plenty of videos about these lenses on my channel as well. That was my special review about this lens for your holiday. If you want to support my channel, you can buy the lens, the camera, the memory card, the backpack or the tripod via the link listed in the video description. Feel free to follow me on Telegram and Instagram as well. See you very soon. Alles Gute und bis bald aus Kreta.